Good evening everyone, or I should say, good morning. My name is Dodds. Welcome to the start of episode 123 of Dodds Diaries. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Now, I'm recording this in the morning of Wednesday, the 10th of September 2025, and quite late it is because it's actually now 3 minutes past 1 in the morning. And this time of the year is always very exciting time for me because it's my summer holiday time. Me and my mum, it's our family summer holiday time. September last year we went to Gran Canaria, Spain for our holiday. This year we're going back to Greece. We had a marvellous time in Crete 3 years ago. This year, another Greek island it is, and we're going to Rhodes in the Dodds. And I've been really looking forward to this all year. We're going to Faliraki, which is like the party land of Rhodes. It's one of the party lands of the world, actually, as well. Now, of course, just to point out, this will be a travel program, like a holiday program from the 90s. There's no trains, nothing on rails whatsoever. If you're expecting us to record anything on rails and that, then I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. You can switch off this right now and go and watch something else. Otherwise, if you want to see me go to another Greek holiday destination and check it out, the bars and restaurants, the sights and the sounds and that, then stick with me and I'll show you what it's like. Now it's been, 5 months since I did my last Dodds Diary, which was when I went to Germany. So, if I'm honest, I am starting to feel a bit rusty when doing these diaries now because I only do them the very odd occasion. And obviously nowadays you're going to see far fewer videos from me on here. I'm trying to just now do Dodds Diaries just odd occasions for like holidays, trip aways and that. This is actually one of 2 episodes. This is obviously going to be at least maybe 3 or 4 parts, and then I've got another one, episode 124, that comes up later on this month, September. It's always a good time for me and that. So, in the meantime, I need to go and get some sleep because I am tired. I've been packing tonight. And right through this holiday, we'll show you the flight there, of course, our transfers, accommodation. We'll show you like what it's like and that. It's going to be a mixture of video and still images, like holiday images and that, what you will see. But nevertheless, I am certainly going to enjoy this holiday, and I hope you too enjoy the journey with us as well. Obviously also, hopefully we'll have no trouble getting there and back. And the last time when we came back from Crete 3 years ago, we got caught up in French air traffic control strikes. Hopefully none of that this time. Right, in the meantime, I'm going to finish it from this bit now, and I'm going up to bed. So, good night. On the way to the airport, passing the metro centre.
A star one day.
I will be a star one day. Well, I am a star anyway.
Yeah.
Now we're just going up the A1 and we turn off up here somewhere. Too good. It looks like a breakdown actually. Into the airport we go. Looks like a car there. Oh, it's caught fire actually.
Where?
I can see. Look up there. Alright, that's it's caught fire.
taxi, that silver,
Oh dear.
silver blue light taxi.
Right, hello everyone. It is now 3:20 and here we are in Newcastle Airport. Back on Jet 2. We haven't been on these for 3 years now. So we take off at 15:40 to Rhodes. Let's see what we got out here. We've got Ryan there, a few other Jet 2 planes out there. It has been raining tiny bits up here. You can see the clouds over there. So flight, we think about 4.5 hours. Possibly fly across the lights of maybe France, Germany, Austria, perhaps down towards the Balkans, maybe down through like Croatia and Montenegro, Albania and that. Probably fly over mainland Greece before we hit Rhodes in the Dodds. And this is going to be a wonderful holiday for 2025. A wonderful summer holiday indeed. Hopefully we don't have any problems taking off. We were late a few years ago. Hopefully not this time.
Quite shortly to depart for Rhodes. My name is Lee your senior today. Joining here in the flight is my colleague and your captain.
I still want an aisle seat.
In the cab we have a superb team two today. That's led by Shannon. She's at the front and she's joined by Lily and Sarah. Now the cabin crew are here for your comfort primarily. They're here for your safety. To that end, they will shortly give you all important safety demonstrations. You know, it takes a couple of minutes. We would appreciate it. You give it your fullest attention, as this is not only for your safety but also for your fellow passengers. It's my pleasure to fly you down over to Rhodes today. Flight time of just around about 4 hours. Flying at an altitude today, about 39. What did you say? 4 hours. I'll come back to you once we get established in the cruise. I'll give you more information about the routes, the weather, time in Rhodes. In the meantime, do take your seats and enjoy the flight.
It's about a 4-hour flight time, with Rhodes being a bit east than Crete. So, yeah, I think this should be good. We're leaving all this wet weather behind. Right, pushing back we are. 3 years ago we ended up in the plane park for a bit, but hopefully not this time.
I read that.
I actually feel a bit guilty. Like, she sort of started it, but now she'll probably think, oh, why have I done that?
Well, so let her come here. See,
To be honest, I'm not bothered because it used to be a chore to go around there because I had to listen to her like whinge about everything and it was well, I mean, I have been friends with her for years.
But then let her come with you. If she thinks it's wrong, she took it seriously. Let her don't bother. Let her come with you.
Since her husband's doing it, she's got so good.
We had a air traffic control slot. It's quite normal this time of year. Well, it's to turn the airfield just for a short time to take our turn in the traffic across Europe. It's all designed to get us down to Rhodes on time, not a little early. It's due to the tailwinds. As it stands, it's going to begin on stand for maybe another 20-25 minutes before we're allowed to start up and make our way out to the southwesterly runway.
Now.
We've requested Eurocontrol to improve on that slot. Fingers crossed. The delay will be
So yeah, going to be a 20-25 minute wait
down in Rhodes
on hit. 20-25 minute wait here.
That's not.
Well, wait for our slot. We're about to go forwards now on the on a Boeing 737-800.
Stevie had a ball in the thing. It really stopped it doing it. Stopped it.
All these raindrops will pass by while I fly over.
So that was it. And then I married him. Stevie.
Let's see which way we take off.
See, I but he wasn't.
You've got a good memory to remember all that.
I know. He was. I remember the first one. The second one. He was. He was there. He kept it back.
So it'll be taking off on the in a westerly direction. So we'll go all the way down the end of here. There's just nearly one or two more turns and onto the runway.
Very, very, very kind. She was the manager. And I remember the trouble in the strip.
And here we go.
It's not that. It's not that.
Whoa, I do love doing this. And up and away we go. So we say goodbye to England for a week. See all of Newcastle up there. See the metro line that's headed back towards the A1. in Dodds land down there.
This is what he thinks there. He thinks these things, right? They're not really interested in them. But then he don't see it. People think this is
Oh, what a stunning view that is. I can even see St James's Park up there. That's got to be a good sign. See, right, a lot of town away up here. You can see even Team Valley and see the Metro Centre as well. Actually see my estate. We're heading up into the clouds now, so we're going to climb to about probably 36,000 feet, doing about 500 miles per hour across Europe. And we're due to Rhodes about between 10 and 11 Greek time. We get higher and higher above the clouds, still in the UK. We've now got our in-flight meals that we pre-ordered when we booked the flights back in January. Both me and my mum. We've gone for the beef casserole. You also get a baby bell cheese, James cracker, cheese and cracker, and chocolate mousse as well, knife and fork and that. And we've had in-flight food before, it can be a bit hit and miss, and of course prices wise you will pay more on the planes than what you would on the trains. View out there is absolute stunning. Honestly, me flying, this is my new thing nowadays. Well, there's a view I can recognise down there, because that's the River Humber, and you can see the Humber Bridge is just up there, and that's the city of Hull over there. That's us leaving the UK now. It's the North Sea down there, it's the Yorkshire coastline, it's actually the Lincolnshire coast now. Could be maybe Steadness somewhere nearby. Starting to fly into continental Europe now. Quite cloudy, from what I know. It's been raining a lot. Parts of France and Germany, and there's been a lot of storms around as well. If it gets darker, you might actually see some of them while we're in the air. We've been in the air for an hour now, and big city down here. What would it be? This possibly could be Holland or France, perhaps. See another plane there. time, and quite cloudy this part of Europe. So there's going to be at least quite a bit of rain around here. I've got no idea where we're flying over. So far the flight's going really, really well. And as you can see, it is now pitch dark out there, so I'm afraid we won't be seeing anything until we get at least a bit more southeast, where there'll be clearer skies, southeast of Europe. It is quite cloudy all the way around here, so we won't see anything. But this is what it was like for us 3 years ago. So I think we're about just over an hour away, and finally we got some clear skies. But again, no idea where we are. There should be clear skies from here on as we head to southeast Europe. city possibly might have been Sofia, the capital of Bulgaria. We also flew over Germany as well. We think that might have been Dusseldorf. We've been over Austria, a bit of Serbia as well. Just heading towards apparently Bulgaria, just heading up. It's 7:30 UK time, which is now 9:30 Greek time. You can see the moon up there. See the moon shining on the water. Could be about maybe 40-45 minutes away. Descending very soon. Passing over, this must be mainland Greece. So what I do know about Rhodes is it's pretty much just near Turkey, so the East Mediterranean, South Aegean. The airport is on the northwest of the island, and Faliraki, where we're going to, is on the east, southeast of the island. Memories of that lovely holiday in Crete we had 3 years ago. And so we're now starting to descend towards Rhodes. Flight indeed, this. 4 and a bit hours does fly over quickly. See bits of Turkey while we're up here. Well, it looks like we're flying over one of the islands. There possibly could be either the mainland or Turkey. The lights have been dimmed, which is good for me because then I can see better out there in the dark. water could be the Mediterranean or the Aegean. Nearly there now. Again, this airport is on the coast, so interesting to see where we come in from. It's hazy actually. Moon out. Oh, that looks nice. Moon shining on the water. Well, this must be Rhodes now we're coming into. So I wonder if this is Rhodes. This might be Rhodes town actually that we're flying over. Yep, I think that possibly was Rhodes town. Oh. See some brightly coloured hotels and all that, swimming pools. I can see from up here. So yeah, that was Rhodes town we flew over. So the airport, if I'm right, should be down here. The Greek gods have laid on a week of bliss. Coming up. then to Rhodes, Diaries Airport. And there we go. There we go. Of course, when you fly Jet 2, the only thing you hear a lot is the sound of Jestlin hold my hand.
Please make sure you've got your phone, passport, keys, and all other valuables. Anything left behind will be handed to our ground team here. Take care when you open the overhead lockers, as some things may have moved during the flight. Just so you know, you're not allowed to smoke or vape on the way to the terminal, or in the terminal itself.
Our friendly customer helpers are all ready and waiting to help you. You can't miss them. They're wearing our famous red uniform and, of course, a big welcoming smile.
Thanks for flying with us today. And from all of us, have a lovely holiday.
What did she say?
So it's a long ride to the terminal. And then across this plane we'll take people who are in Rhodes Airport now, waiting to head back to Newcastle. This is due out at 11 o'clock, Greek time. Might be a little bit later, but hopefully it'll be no problem for us next week.
I think it's more like
Expect it to be quite warm when we get off.
yeah, no, but on paper, I would have so I'm going
You certainly feel the heat outside and also the breeze coming off the Aegean. EasyJet up there, and that's loading up. Looking down home, Sky Express. There's a TUI. Of course, the drive on the right hand side. Now we just need to get through passport and then on to the transfer. road towards Faliraki. And so, hello everyone. Welcome to Faliraki on the Greek island of Rhodes in the Dodds group of islands. Today is Thursday the 11th of September, just coming up towards 12 o'clock for our first full day here in Faliraki. We're going to head to the beach. I know I didn't get any videos or in that last night when we got here, but basically we had a lot going on and we just wanted to settle down, but we're settled down now and we're now going to enjoy the holiday that the great gods have laid on for us. We're staying in Tina's Plus Hotel and the hotel is absolutely beautiful, honestly. We've had our breakfast this morning. They've got lovely pools, rooms are lovely air conditioned as well. I'll be showing you the rooms later on. In the meantime, walking along the main road. Now this is actually the road that connects Rhodes town to the north up here and the town of Lindos in the south of the island. The south's heading that way. Now of course, we're 2 hours ahead of the UK and like all of Europe, they drive on the right-hand side. There's the Alabama sports bar we went to last night. With this being Faliraki, one of the party lands of Europe, there's going to be lots of bars and restaurants that we're going to check out while me and my mum are over here the next 7 days. So, we'll be visiting places, we'll be showing you our accommodation, showing you the food, what we're going to have. It's all here to see. So I'm obviously going to be doing a mixture of videos on my camcorder but also on my phone. The fact that it is hot out here and I don't want to be bringing my camcorder out too much. So we're walking up the main road. Got plenty of shops already. One even called Morrison's, but nothing to do with Morrison's in the UK. It's just someone who's created the name out here. Lots of, there's a church there. And of course, this being Greece, you can expect these buildings to look absolutely beautiful indeed. The Greek gods, they build magnificent things. There's lots of car rental places, so you can like rent a car to travel around the island. Might cost you about €45 for the day. But I'll not be renting a car because I've got no experience of driving on the right hand side, even though I should one day have a go at renting a car when I go abroad. It's about 10-15 minute walk to the strip, which is just further up here. I can see the junction for it. But yeah, I'll be showing you lots of things while we're over here for the next week or so. See various Greek restaurants already. Over here I'll be trying gyros and souvlaki, moussaka, baklavas, Greek salad, feta cheese and all that. loads of yummy stuff to try over here. And of course, the price will vary depending on where you are. If you're in the tourist spots, it'll cost more. If you're not in the tourist areas, it'll cost a bit less. So here's the main strip in Faliraki. This is what the English call, what we call Bar Street or Club Street, but nevertheless, this is where the heart of the action is, and this is where we will be coming pretty much every night while we are over here. We've got like all sorts here, gift shops, bars and restaurants, and I would think a absolutely fantastic atmosphere that beats anything. And the beach, what I know, is much closer to the strip than what the beach in Malia was to the strip. It's just further down this way. So here it is, where I have been a few hours now. Faliraki Beach. Take a look at all this. This is absolute beautiful. See, in the distance out there, that is Turkey. I think a bit to the left is Marmaris. A bit to the right is Antalya. Look at that. Paragliding, parachuting. That's absolutely lovely, that. Down this way takes you towards Kafara Beach, and also to head down towards Lindos. Head to Rhodes town, up that way on the bus, takes about half an hour, and we're going to be doing that one day while we're here. But compared to Malia, this is a much longer beach. All one. Malia was like a lot of like private beaches and that, but nevertheless, you can do all sorts while you're here, like water sports, water, soft play and that. You do like jet skiing, you know, and all that. I did the jet skiing a few years ago, just as a one-off. You can get boat rides as well. Oh, once again, me and my mum have come here to a wonderful paradise island that is Rhodes. There's also other resorts. Simi is one of them, and there's also one just west of Rhodes Airport on the other side of the island. So you'll be seeing me bring the camera out during the daytime. The shots will be on my phone on the night time. We'll be coming back down here tonight for a meal and that, and then I'll show you what the nightlife is like here in Faliraki. I'll also be showing you what we'll be having for our food as well. Our first day here, and honestly, we're off to a good start. We are off to a fab start to our holiday. I've had a lovely time at the beach. Gonna probably down somewhere for a drink in a moment. And we'll be coming back here to the strip later on tonight. So we've been on the beach today, been in for a drink. We're just walking back on the main road, we're going to walk back to the hotel. This is heading south, takes you all the way down to Lindos, the main road. You could say this is the A1 of Rhodes. So here's one of the buses. The buses, of course, look different here in Greece, etc. The bus company is Kate. I think it's the same company that was in Crete. We've come across various taverniers and that on this strip, on this main road. We'll of course be having a look at these while we are over here. And that sun, it's brilliantly hot. It's been topping 30, 32 degrees here and lows of 20 something on the night, and it's going to be like that the rest of the holiday, which is what we want. So this is the hotel we're staying in, Tina's Plus Hotel, and it's got like 2 floors. This here is the pool, and this looks amazing. It's got there's a little pool and a big pool there. We've got a bar restaurant, free breakfast in the morning. Well, that's because I booted on booting.com and I get free breakfast wherever I can. And honestly, the staff here, this hotel is absolutely amazing. The staff here are so lovely. We're getting changed rooms tomorrow, and honestly, they've been absolutely terrific about it. Okay, it is now 8 o'clock Greek time. So out we go for our first proper night in Faliraki. We did come out at about 1 o'clock this morning, again Greek time. That was to try and get rid of a bit of jet lag. Fancy having gyros for tea tonight. So this is the main road, what goes from Rhodes town down to Lindos. So we'll be heading that way to go to Lindos one day. We're planning on going to Rhodes town tomorrow. So this is where we went to for our drink and snack, the top Alabama sports bar. And you can see, like on the main road, you've got various great taverniers and other restaurants, rental companies and that. There's a bank over there as well. And when you come to withdraw money over here, never go to those blue Euronet ATM machines, because they'll charge you like €5 to withdraw. Always go to a proper bank, so a Greek bank here, for example. So, come into the Alabama Sports Bar where we came in last night. We've ordered gyros for our tea, and I've got a pint here, a large Mythos, and of course it does look larger than what you get a pint back in the UK. Cheers, happy holidays. Mythos Greek beer. Of course you can buy this back home, but I think it just tastes better when you come out here. So, tucking into a classic Greek dish, gyros. We've got like shredded, I've got shredded chicken here, French fries. I think it might be tzatziki sauce or a potato salad, bit of tomato, bit of salad there, and a massive size. This is massive. compared to what you get in England. My mum here has gone for a pork gyros, but again, same as this one, just a different meat. Right, just had our meals. Now we're going to head up to the centre of Faliraki. We'll be night time. This is where we get to see what nightlife is like in this party town. So here we are, now into the nightlife of Faliraki. Let's have a look. So as you would expect, there is a lot on Bar Street. This is heading down towards the beach. There's a few streets actually full of bars and restaurants, nightclubs, gift shops and all that. So much to see. If I'm honest, this particular strip does look better than Malia's, where we were 3 years ago. But the atmosphere does look fantastic here in Faliraki. Here's Faliraki Beach at night time, which looks stunning at night. And we've got, well, almost a full moon. I would say perhaps well over 3/4 of a moon there. Got some more like hotels and all that up that way. It does like remind. This does remind us of Malia, the view like that, you know, of a mountain and hotels out in the front. But it's beautiful here, and again, just nice to come down here at the beach at night time and chill out. So by the looks of it, the centre of Faliraki is bigger than the centre of Malia. So there's a few streets actually lined with all sorts of pubs, bars, restaurants, nightclubs and that. We've got like amusements here as well. It seems to be a bit more quieter on this one than the other one. And so our first full day comes to an end here in Faliraki. It's now midnight. At the moment, obviously we're in this particular room. We'll hopefully should be moving tomorrow actually into the room that we should have been in. You probably see we've got a bit of a view out this end. That's heading northwards up that way. Yeah, views can be hit and miss when we kind of away in that. So, our first full day at Faliraki. What do you think of it? It is lovely. The beach is lovely indeed. A bit pebbly. You're walking in the Aegean Sea. It's a bit rocky at the shore, actually. Somewhere like here, it's got all sorts of things. Different kinds of restaurants, bars, pubs, and all that. Anything to suit your taste. And like restaurants from all different cuisines, as well as, of course, Greek. I had to have Greek gyros tonight. And as you would expect, your portion size, what you get for food over here, is bigger than what you get in the UK. But you get more value for your money as well. Honestly, we do love Greece. We had a lovely holiday 3 years ago, and despite, unfortunately, we have had some bumps in this holiday to start with. But those things can happen. You know, there's always going to be one holiday when you're down abroad. There's always going to be a chance where something will go wrong. But that's just the way it is. Me and my mum, we've had a nice night out tonight. We've been in that Alabama pub, and we've been up to the Strip, and the Strip is lively. I think the centre of Faliraki seems to be a bit more bigger than Malia. The hotel we're staying in looks to be a bit bigger than Stonewall Studios in Malia. Some of it does bear resemblance, like with the pool and the layout of the bar and the restaurant and that. So, to end this bit, we're planning on doing Rhodes town tomorrow, getting the bus up to there, so we're going to have a look at the island's capital and see like some of the historic monuments and buildings and that before we come back down here. So it's good night from this bit. I'll see you in the next bit, which to be honest will just for you will just be a few moments time. Good morning from a sunny Faliraki in Rhodes. Today is Friday the 12th of September, a year since we went home from Gran Canaria last year. This year we're in Greece. Today's activity, we're going to go up to Rhodes town, the island's capital, and we're going to check out its historic monuments and shops and everything. We're not planning on going to the beach today, but we will be taking a look at the beaches what are up there in Rhodes Old Town, and we'll hopefully might get a view of Turkey actually. It is boiling hot already. About coming up to almost literally high 20s. It is at this time of the morning. It is red hot indeed. So we're heading north up that way, up the main road to Rhodes town. Catch one of the buses. Buses over here look different. I think this could be one of them, or it might be one of the... So that's going to Lindos, which is where we're down in another day. Expecting good things from Rhodes town. Hopefully it'll be as historic as what Heraklion is. That's in Crete. We get moved rooms today in our hotel to the one we should have went in, and then everything is all good from there. So single fares, €2.50 each. Just going through Faliraki. Blue Hotel. He's looking stunning out there. And of course these buses are different because here they play music on them compared to what back home where they don't. Rhodes Old Town's not far away, actually. I can just see it, actually. Pretty much coming into Rhodes Town now. This will probably drop us off at a bus station, I would think. Oh, look at that. Looks like a castle or a fortress. And there's many more sites like that across the city. In fact, across Greece, I should say, to look at. In the island capital, Rhodes Town. We're in the northern bit of the city. The bus station is just here, so that's where we get on the bus to head back to Faliraki. And it looks like they run regular, like every 20 minutes, so where'll be alright getting back there, no problem. See, lovely buildings already. Again, somewhere like here is where there is simply something to take a picture of every street corner you go around. Where to go? Check this city out, and you can come along with us. So we're actually starting off with what looks like the new town area of Rhodes. You'd see we've got seen like various like high street brands around here. The Body Shop. I've seen a number of others. Look, we've got a Zara up here. So this is like the shop. So this must be like the shopping district area. Now we're going to walk to a beach on the north end called Ely Beach. It's like goes like a horseshoe curve, and we'll take a look at that, and then we'll walk to the old town later on. And that's the thing when you come into somewhere new, getting your bearings and that, it does take a bit. So then come across various restaurants and shops and that. I think though to drink up here would be a little bit more pricey than Faliraki. Also, I have heard of certain places in this city overcharging for food and drink, like what I've seen in Italy, so knowing where to go up here is crucial. But then if you dine in the tourist areas, that's where you're bound to get ripped off for food and drink. So we've come to the northern tip of Rhodes Island, Ely Beach. Oh, this is just absolute beautiful. And that's heading down the west of the island to Paradisi, Faliraki, and also I don't know if I pronounced it right. Also, the airport is down there somewhere. We actually flew over here, over Rhodes town, on Wednesday night as we approached. So looking at this beach, it's a bit more shingly than some of the other beaches in that, so a lot more stones in that, so you probably would need to walk on a pair of sliders in that on a beach like this. Across the Aegean Sea, South Aegean Sea, that, all them mountains, that's all Turkey over there, and I think somewhere up that way is both Marmaris and Ishmela, some other popular resorts with the Brits. And of course you can get the ferry trips from Rhodes to Marmaris, like this one over here. Of course, make sure you take your passport in that. Also, if you're going into Turkey, you have to change your currency to the Turkish lira. And this is heading like east from Rhodes. I think the next country is Cyprus in the eastern Mediterranean. So this is all the new town. We'll be heading down the coast to the old town a bit later. But this is just all stunning, this. You will of course get Brits that will be on holiday up this end. You might probably even get more of the locals up this way as well, like what we saw in Gran Canaria. And we're going to enjoy our time here in Rhodes town. And there's one of the planes. Ryanair, landing into Rhodes Airport. So we're going to walk to the Old Town now. As you can see here, got an Opel Astra. Opel, of course, is the German division of Vauxhall. Seen a lot of like old cars and that while we're over here. Also, seen a lot of cars covered in what looks like dust. They'll obviously have come off the hot sun and that, and the haze. There's some nice restaurants around here. And some lovely historic buildings we've seen already. So just stopped by in the only McDonald's in Rhodes for a bite to eat, the one here in Rhodes Town. So I've got a Greek exclusive item of a crispy McBacon. It's a bit too small, that, actually. And this is another country that still does the Sundays. We, of course, used to have them in the UK, but they got withdrawn before 2020. And my man's gone for the strawberry one and some chicken selects. And large Sprite. Carrying on walking towards the Old Town. So we've seen like a number of high street brands around here. So this is definitely like the New Town area. And there'll be like parts where like shopping districts and that. Not just, of course, the high street brands, but you will be able to get some wonderful Greek stuff from here. Look at that impressive building there. Doesn't that look nice? Just look at the detailing on that. When you come to Greece, everywhere you turn, there's always something to see a picture of. So we're coming onto the port in Rhodes Town, and oh, this looks lovely. Got like a castle up there, which looks like, reminds us of Heraclian actually. Of course, you get lots of cruise ships that come to here. I know some of my mates who have done that before. They've get a cruise, like a Mediterranean cruise, and they've docked here for a bit, and then moved on to somewhere else in Europe. Yeah, and of course, like boats out, boats to Faliraki and boats to Dodds perhaps. And of course, you'd get the boat to Turkey as well. Got that little pirate ship cruise there, over there. Oh, this is just absolutely beautiful. Honestly, we are enjoying this city. So we've come onto the port, and this is all lovely, this. Lots of boats and that. People obviously travel around. You get the ferries to places and that from here. We're going to take a look at that impressive fortress or castle up there. There's another one down there. Look at the detailing on these buildings. Oh, these are absolutely beautiful, these. And here's some of the big gun cruise ships. That over there is a Viking holiday cruise ships. I've seen celebrity cruises as well. I know friends of mine who have gone on these cruises, like they've flown out to somewhere and then getting the cruise that has took them to here. Mind you though, they are, I think, expensive to go on, but when you do go on them, everything is included, like your meal and your food and all that. And if you think how big these cruise ships are, they're a lot bigger than, say, the likes of the Titanic, which is like an ant. It would be an ant these days compared to the elephant of that. We've got the flags of Europe here, so there's the country we're in, Greece. The European flag. It's a flag of that's Cyprus, one of the places we're thinking of for next year. It's Malta, the civil ensign flag of Malta. You've got Italy, down back there, May next year. The UK, then France, Belgium, Sweden, Norway, and you've got Finland, there's Germany, Denmark, and then finally Switzerland. Oh, this is all beautiful, this, now entering the old town. We're actually now in the Temple of Aphrodite. Reading the information, dates back to the 3rd century BC. The statue, and this looks absolutely lovely to it. A bit of that does actually remind us of York, Middlegate, but this is more historic than York, I would think. And there's a lot more of all this to see, which we're going to do right now. This does also remind us of Rome as well. Of course, Rhodes City is nowhere near as big as the Eternal City.
Tego skupiono wokół też
This is Hypocrite Square, and this looks absolutely beautiful indeed. Got some lovely then. So everything, all of the old town is inside this massive temple dating back to 3 BC. And here's the centre of Hypocrite Centre. Got a nice water feature over there. And then we've got some bars and restaurants around here. But there's a few bars and restaurants in this medieval centre that apparently are known to con customers. That being one of them over there, from what I've heard. There's also one around the corner from here, and there's another one nearby that is also known to try and scam you. Honestly, all these restaurants would be considered tourist traps. But nevertheless, at least I've not fallen to them, I've avoided them. Honestly, all this has just looks absolutely beautiful indeed. There is so much to see in one day. You probably would need at least a good couple of days here to see it all.
Yeah. Maybe let's go back to the
There's loads and loads of streets like this within the medieval centre. All sorts of shops here you can get. You can do a whole load of shopping here. All sorts of souvenirs in that. At the moment we're going to head back towards the bus station. We'll get the bus back to Faliraki. But in the meantime, we've had a lovely time here in the medieval centre of Rhodes within the temple. It's honestly a stunning location. I recommend you just come and have a look at. Oh, this is stunning. This is the palace of the Grand Master of the Knights. Whereas me, I'm the Grand Master of Chesley Street.
Entriamo all'interno del cortile del palazzo Reale. Allora, facciamo una cosa.
So we've made it out of Rhodes Old Town, so everything is all inside this huge temple, and oh, it's just look absolutely beautiful. So all this up here, this would have been, I would think, the moat. Stop the enemy getting into the castle or the temple. Took myself into another large Greek beer. I've been drinking plenty of this over here. The Greek beers, it's going to be either Mythos or Alpha. Depends on the venue. And I've got a large pint of Mythos right here. And my mum, she gets usually a small... She'll get a small lager with a dash of lime cordial in it. Well, that's where we say goodbye to Rhodes Old Town. We head back to Fala. We're heading, leaving old real Rhodes Town now to where we say goodbye to it. Back to Faliraki we go. So bus fares, cash and card actually, €2.50 for each, just singles of course. Nevertheless, cheap transport. And the buses in this country, these ones do feel more like coaches. we just left Califia Beach. It's another resort. Oh, that's stunning, that. Bit of duff.
The hotel on the rock.
I've just seen that hotel on the.
Oh, that's
Oh, that is stunning, that. All that is heading down towards Fala. Down towards. It is actually a similar view to what we had coming back from Herakli a few years ago. Okay, back in Faliraki, it's now 7:15. We're down back at the hotel. We should hope we've moved rooms. So then we'll be properly unpacking. And then back out we come. So there's the road train that runs around Faliraki. So like when we went to Malia, that had a road train. This one's got something similar. So we'll come back to the hotel. Yes! We've got the room that we originally booked. As I said, it was booking.com's fault, it was not the hotel. And the room that we finally get into, it is lovely. And we've also even got a better view. This is the view out onto the main road of Faliraki. So heading down that way, heads towards Kafara Beach. You've got like the mountains and that. The lights as well. That'll be coming out of one of the sports bars actually, which is where we're down for our teas tonight. Oh, honestly, you can feel the heat out here. It's in the high 20s. Honestly, it has been boiling hot all the way through this holiday. So I may as well show you the room then. So this is where me mum is sleeping. I've given her the master room because I'm kind enough. And here's the bathroom, showers in there. And here's where I am. This is the little room. So it's actually a comfort apartment this. So my little bed, just there. Obviously I've unpacked everything. The sink brushing the teeth and all that. Sink there. It did a view. Well, it's a little bit of a view out there, but the plus side is on each of these rooms, air conditioning. And we had no aircon in that apartment in Gran Canaria last year, and honestly, we paid the price for that, and we sweltered it. But here, we're both going to be as cool as a cucumber. Right, now everything's all settled down now. Now we can just relax. So it's 5 to 9, so out we land for another night. So obviously lots of coaches and that around. At this time of the night, there'll be people that have be coming from the airport to the hotel. We'll also go in maybe to the airport. There is still flights for people to check in tonight. And that's where we went last night, the Alabama bar. We're going to try a different one tonight. So gone for a double burger with chips in Mike's Sports Bar. And watching a little bit of the Greek basketball that's on. Oh, and there's something for one of the lads at my workplace. Leeds United. So it's 5 to midnight. We're back in our hotel, and we're going to finish it here for tonight. So today's activity, we went up to Rhodes town, the island's capital. It is absolutely a beautiful place. You've got obviously the new town west, the high street brands, fashion shops and that. Ely Beach as well. It's looked a bit pebbly and that. But it still looked plenty good. You could see all of Turkey in the distance across the Aegean Sea. And you can also see down the west of the island as well. It's Ely Beach. It's on a horseshoe curve. Getting around this island, of course, there's nothing on rails whatsoever. There is, of course, how you get around Rhodes is on the bus. The buses are quite cheap, €2.50 it cost us from here to Rhodes town. There's just singles, you don't get returns over here. I think it's a few euro more to Lindos that would day in one day. Then of course you've got in here in Faliraki, you've got the there's the road train that runs around the resort, and of course you've got the taxis as well. I think it's maybe between 20 and 30 euros for a taxi from here to Rhodes town. So all in all, even the taxi's a bit more reasonably priced than back in the UK, for example. So we went into Rhodes town, the old town area, that's within the in the Aphrodite temple. That temple dates back to 3 BC. Everywhere you go in Greece, there's literally something to take a picture of every corner you go. And the old town was nice, full of culture, history, shops, bars and restaurants. However, there are unfortunately some restaurants in Rhodes Old Town that are scam restaurants. We came across one which I actually knew beforehand, thankfully, in the it was actually called a Hypocrite Square. It's a bit of a strange name, actually, but it was in the square. And there was a bloke out there really trying to drag everyone in to have food and drink. And it just happens to be the restaurant that I've also seen 1-star reviews for. There's been a few others as well. They will honestly try and drag you in, and they will charge you extortionate amounts for food. There's actually a restaurant in another Greek island on Mykonos, the restaurant called DK Oyster, that's known to scam tourists and that. And some of these restaurants in Rhodes town trying to do the same as well. But thankfully, I did all my research before I go, and I know that I'm not going to get myself fooled. It happens all over the world, all over Europe. Like in Italy, they've got them. But yeah, do your research, and then you'll have no bother whatsoever. So, but all in all, I do recommend you visit Rhodes town if you love your history, historic sites. A little bit of shopping, like in a lot of gift shops as well. And then we've come back down here. We've just had a bit of a quieter night tonight and just dined. We're currently 15 minutes away from the strip, but we've just stayed down at this southern point today. That's the view we got now that we're in the room that we should have went in the first place. But thankfully, we've now got what we got, and now we can just settle down for the rest of the holiday. Somewhere down there is Kafara Beach, and that's what we've got planned for tomorrow. So from this particular bit from tonight, it is good night. For you, it'll be a few moments. For me, it's going to be about 8 hours. So good night from this bit. Alright, morning everyone. Today is Saturday, 13th September. It's 10:34. We're out nice and early. Today we're going to head down to Kafara Bay. So what we've been doing on our hauls, so checking out not just one beach but like different beaches as well, and we've now got a plan between now and the rest of the holiday. What would it be? I'm expecting this to be another lovely beach. I've seen pictures. So off we go. So the walk to Kafara Beach takes 10 to 15 minutes. Of course you can get buses and taxis, but at least just for the walk, use your own 2 feet. Another scorcher day it is plus 30 once again. We've got weather like this right through the holiday. So here is Kafara Bay, and oh, this is just absolute beautiful. This Mam's gone down for a plodge in the water. I'm just having some time chilling out on the beach here, and got myself a large donut here. That's much better than donuts you get in the UK. That smells nice as well. You know, looking at the beaches in Greece, they honestly do have a lot more character to them than what the likes of Spain has. Probably the nicest beaches in Spain I've been to were in Gran Canaria last year, but the Greek ones, honestly, there's a lot more character to them. This is just absolute beautiful. We've had some time on the beach and walked along Kafara Beach. Oh, it's absolute beautiful, this. Got a few bars, restaurants along here. Typically, if you have a drink in one of these, a large mythos, or like Alpha, that's the Greek beer, you'd be looking at about €5, as opposed to like maybe off the beach, something like €3.50. So you pay €10 per person for the sunbed and the chairs, so €20 in total for 2 adults on sun chairs and bed, on a sun chair and bed, umbrella and bed I should say. But honestly, it is worth getting those in this weather. You need it. Just look at the colour of that that water, crystal clear that is. The South Aegean Sea, it is beautiful here. Oh, hang on, I can see a tiny little cloud up there in the distance. That's the first little cloud I've seen for days. Oh, this is beautiful indeed. Oh, lovely. Just been in the Tafara Cafe Beach Bar. Good change. Had a milkshake. I mean, Mum's had like a fruit smoothie. Mine came to about €9. And it was delicious. Just something to cool off with. Unlike, of course, quite a bit of Spain, you can buy drinks from the bars, take them out in a plastic cup, and just sit and chill. Let the world go by with the waves crashing. Walking back to the hotel takes about 10-15 minutes from Tafara Beach. I'm then going to go and watch a bit of football, and I'll catch up with yous later on tonight. So, out we go. It was a 1-0 result to Newcastle. Toot toot, black and white army. So, we are going to head up to the strip tonight. It is actually now 7:45. Still, it's very humid, of course, 28 degrees Celsius, but there's a nice wind actually going around. So, that's helping to cool things a little bit. I'm going to go down at the strip and see what it's like on a Saturday night. And of course, I'm expecting it to be heaving. Just seen up there, that's the fun train that goes around Faliraki. It's like what? It's like what they had in Malia, and I would think a few other resorts around Greece would be the same as well. They'll have a little road train and that. So To walk up to the strip takes about 10 to 15 minutes from our hotel. See a lot of coaches in that. There'll be, at this time of the night, there'll be people that'll be heading to the airport, so transfers taking them to places. There'll be people coming from the airport as well. Right. So, we're walking down the strip. Expecting it to be quite lively. It is actually, I think this is a bigger strip than Malia's in Crete, what that was. Also, it's, yeah, it definitely is a bit more bigger than that Malia's. So, of course, where to go for food and drink? Good question. So for tea tonight, got into the Breeze restaurant on the strip. My mum's having a proper Greek salad. They've got like feta cheese and tomatoes and capers and onions there, and I've got pork souvlaki. So on the skewers, bit of bread, tzatziki dip, bit of peppers, onions, and at the same time I get to watch a bit of football. So I've got the West Ham and Spurs match on. Mint. So another day comes to an end. I know this is the only bit of today I've done on my camcorder, but honestly I don't always like carrying around in the heat when it's like 30 degrees, and then of course when you're carrying beach towels and everything else and all that in my bag. Eventually though, I'm actually thinking of retiring this camcorder, maybe just going for something like a small camera, but that time, well, I don't know. View we're getting is lovely out of this room now. If only we had this room when we first got here on Wednesday night. We've been down to Kafara Beach, basically down where the crossroads is. Then I walk down that way. It takes about 15-20 minutes. It could obviously take a bit longer depending on what you like with the heat. And trust me, the heat over here has been super red hot, like plus 30. And it's in the high 20s now as I speak, and this is at midnight. Thankfully, at least, the hotel has got air conditioning right the way throughout. So it's a lovely beach, Kafara Beach. It's a bit more quieter than the Faliraki beach. There's got a few like nice restaurants there. We went in one of them. Some of these beaches are quite rocky, actually. You might be better off wearing swimming shoes when going in them, because there's a lot of them with like rocks embedded in that. Mind you though, the clear waters here make it really good for snorkeling and like deep, like underwater, like exploring and that. I wish I brought a snorkel set. Actually, I would have liked to have done a bit of like underwater activity, perhaps. I've been in the Thomas Sports Bar, watched the Newcastle football match. 1-0 result. It was. And it's a really good sports bar. In the UK, we can't show football matches at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's the FA Cup, also of course the Premier League, and also the Championship. So them fixtures, you just have to catch up with them on, well, just watch the final score or even watch the Sky Sports News. Or of course there are people who have fire sticks to try and watch them. Whereas over here, I think in Spain and other countries in Europe, including Greece, there's no restrictions whatsoever. So sports bars, when the football's on, there'll be tellies all over, different sets of fans. There was like several matches that were on while I was there, including the likes of Rangers and Heart of Midlothian were on, Crystal Palace Sunderland, Everton Aston Villa, they were on. Also Carlisle United and Aldershot were on. So yeah, and also there was even a Coventry City and Norwich. So yeah, loads of TV screens, different sets of fans, but still though, all in all, a really good atmosphere indeed, and everyone was just so welcome. I've had a souvlaki for tea tonight. That was really nice. When you dine out here, yes, dining out can be a bit expensive, but over here it's actually cheaper than what you think, because you're also getting bigger sized portions. You're getting more value for your money here than what you would dining out in the UK every day. We've been in a cocktail bar as well. We're basically going up and down the strip. We've just been like planning, me and my man planning, should we visit that one, that pub and that one? Does it look good and that? That's usually the best thing to do when you come abroad to somewhere like this. Ramble a door and just chill out and get my head down. So from this bit, it is good night.